Hello! Ultimately, you can have a photographer that's got the best cameras and the best lenses in the world and several speed lights, but there's that extra 5% that really steps up the average photograph from a crummy photograph. You do some indoor portraits. I mean, how much did you used to pay back in the day? I don't know how old you are. If you want to go to a portrait photographer, I mean, you've already got these great, nice prime lenses like 85s and 135s, and you've probably already got a speed light. I showed you in a prior video how spending 25 bucks is the best way. Remember, as I told you in a lot of prior videos, the most important thing is getting your flash off the camera. It's all about angle of incidence equals angle of reflection. Flash angle, okay? You can't take any awesome shot. You can, but you got to get your flash off your camera. Now, whether that's wireless slaves or you have a built-in slave on like SB800, SB900, you have to get your flash off the camera. And as I showed you in a prior video, spending 25 bucks for a nice reflector umbrella and a $5 adapter and a cheap little $6 Chinese light stand. The next thing, you can just start taking beautiful portraits. You've already got a tripod and the lens and you've got the camera. Spend 15 bucks on one of these, okay? Now these are 6x9s. Now if you're going to do more than one person or more than a headshot, I recommend minimum actually is 10x12. I've got countless backdrops. Here's a nice one right here. 15 bucks are typically what these go for on eBay. I mean, they'll last a lifetime. They're great muslin backgrounds. They all come out of Allen, Texas, although technically they're coming out of China. Here's my favorite one. I've got a 10x12 of this. However, this is a 6x9. And, see there? And here's another one, favorite one. And you can also use these for macro shots, product photography, set a shallow depth of field. You got a nice, beautiful. Why mess around with? You can also buy a chrome green screen. I couldn't spit it out there for a second. A green screen and actually change the background as you want in Photoshop. That's the easiest way. I'm a bit more old school. I prefer to do this and not interfere with the depth. You actually lose something when you use the green screen backdrops, but a lot of people use them, but I particularly don't like them, even though I have a couple. Here's a nice, of course, my studio lights are giving a little too much illumination. This is more of a really dark charcoal gray. A nice brown model color. These are 6x9s. Like I said, if you're going to shoot full body, you're going to shoot more than one person, recommend a 10x12. Now, a 10x12 typically will run you between 24 bucks and 30 bucks for a good one. And they're great muslin backgrounds. So the prior videos I showed you, $25 on a light stand, an adapter for your speed lights, and a $15 umbrella. Here is another a 6x9, $15. So ultimately for $40 total, you can really produce some awesome shots. And these are great for macro too. You put yourself a little stand up here, or you could suspend your object that you want to shoot. Go in Photoshop later and just remove the string. I mean, great old school. It was a lot harder to do back in the days of film and removing the string for obvious reasons. Very easy now. Any person could do it. But $40. I mean, you got a light stand, you got an umbrella. Not a really good umbrella for 15 bucks. I mean, I actually recommend spending another $5 for a $20 Westcott umbrella, but no big deal. And then $15 for a 6x9 backdrop like this. And take baby shots, macro shots, product shots, animal shots. I mean, put this out here, stick your kitty cat, your puppy dog, your gerb, I don't know, whatever it is you got, whatever it is you got, stick it out there and learn to use a nice backdrop. And like I said, these are cheap, 15 bucks for a 6x9 foot, and 24 to 30 bucks plus. Most of them are 24 to 30 bucks on eBay for a 10x12 foot muslin backdrop. And also, if you ever get a backdrop bracket yourself, there's a actual on all of these, they actually come with a loop for the top bar for the backdrop, for the background. So for 40 bucks total, you actually do need one of these. Even if you want to get a light stand, I mean, you should actually have one of these. You can hang it up with clothes, but you can hang it up with anything. You want to take some nice portrait headshots. It's like, oh great, I've got a nice, an awesome portrait lens, and I've got an awesome camera, and you know I've perfected my photography skills, and I kind of miss it. Well, spend $15. Get yourself a couple nice backdrops. All right. Really very important to have. I mean, they're great for macro, portrait, headshot, baby shot, animal shots. You know, they're just incredibly useful. You know, throw someone in front of them about 4 feet, shallow depth of field, backdrop. Oh my God, it's so creamy. That's beautiful. That looks better than that studio photography shoot we had that cost $300 we did back in the day. You're taking better shots than that guy did. Yes. What's your trick? $15 backdrop and $25 on a studio strobe and a reflector umbrella. Awesome. 40 bucks. 40 bucks, pay it. You know, we'll buy you an expensive studio portrait experience. You've already got the camera, you already got the lens, you already got the speed light. Grab your backdrop. Grab your, you already got the tripod. At least I assume you don't necessarily need the tripod, but, you know, money well spent. I talk too much, obviously, so catch you